Imagine sitting down to work, and within 3 minutes, your brain is demanding a distraction. We live in an ecosystem designed to keep us perpetually plugged in, constantly fed by alerts, messages, and bottomless feeds. When you lose focus and reach for your phone, it is easy to blame your own lack of willpower. But this inability to concentrate is a direct symptom of neurochemical overload. This chart illustrates a healthy baseline of dopamine, the neurotransmitter driving motivation for food, learning, and difficult tasks. But modern digital environments flood our brains with instant gratification. Endless notifications push these levels far beyond intended limits, creating chronic overstimulation. To regain sustained focus, the brain requires time to recover from that flooding. I stripped away the digital noise and attempted a 7-day dopamine detox to manually reset my own chemical baseline. Cutting out the noise is an immediate shock to the system. Sitting in a quiet room on day 1, the sudden absence of podcasts, social media, and background video was deafening. Without those inputs, my hands operated entirely on muscle memory. I found myself repeatedly reaching into my pocket for a phone I had already locked away, and the resulting boredom felt sharply, physically uncomfortable. This discomfort happens because the brain expects its usual high-frequency rewards. These glowing receptors are waiting for an artificial rush, but receive zero signals. Without that expected input, the nervous system panics, triggering a frantic biological craving for any quick stimulation. Pushing through this acute craving is the hardest part of the process. It is the specific biological barrier where new habits break down and people give up. By day 3, the internal friction finally started to ease. The compulsive urge to check a screen faded, and that restless, frantic energy settled into a much slower, quieter pace. Low stimulation tasks became manageable again. I could read a book or write notes for an hour without my brain demanding immediate, flashy entertainment. This behavioral shift is driven by a measurable biological process known as receptor resensitization. When you withhold constant, intense stimuli, your brain compensates by adjusting its hardware. The neural pathways adapt by increasing the number and sensitivity of your dopamine receptors, allowing them to catch and register a much smaller, slower trickle of neurotransmitters. This adaptation proves our attention spans are not permanently broken. They are simply matching the extreme level of stimulation we consistently feed them. Moving into the final days of the week, the environment felt remarkably different. Taking a quiet walk outside no longer felt like a chore to rush through while listening to audio at double speed. Mundane activities like preparing a morning meal or just sitting in silence began to feel inherently satisfying. The phantom buzzes in my pocket vanished entirely. I felt completely detached from the urge to randomly scroll feeds or check for incoming notifications. Looking back at the physical discomfort and craving of the first 48 hours, the contrast was striking. Within a single week, my brain had successfully stabilized its own chemistry. You do not emerge from this process as a perfectly optimized productivity machine. Instead, you reclaim the biological capacity to find true enjoyment in quiet, low dopamine tasks. The week culminated in a state of profound mental clarity, shifting the focus from simply doing more work to understanding exactly why the work matters. This 7-day process functions as a neurochemical reset button, providing a temporary escape from the cycle of modern distraction. By stepping away from the constant feed, you break the automatic loops of an overstimulated world. It provides the necessary space to regain control and choose exactly where you direct your time and attention. Take a look at your own daily habits and the urges that drive them. You might find that your baseline needs a manual adjustment, and a 7-day reset could be exactly what your brain is looking for. Reclaiming your neurochemistry provides a foundation for more intentional living. Let me know in the comments if you would try this experiment, and subscribe to Biohack Zone for more science-backed insights.